Hello and welcome. My name is Kimberly, also known as SockBunny, and this is a Sims 4 speed build. I decided to make a penthouse shaped like a Christmas tree. So that's what you're about to see here. And the only things that are required for this lot were the elevator, a garbage bin, and the mailbox. Other than that, you could put anything you want on here. I had done a test run before I did this recording, and I found that if I made the house 2 stories, it looked cute, but it was just too much of a beast, I guess, for my sim to actually live in. I just didn't like how it turned out. So I decided to leave the top floor empty, and the bottom floor I did go ahead and decorate it, which you will see. So the top floor I left it empty, but you could go in and you would of course have to add stairs going up there. But you could add in a sauna or the basketball courts or karaoke machines, hot tubs, anything you wanted to add upstairs. Swimming pool, I guess. So anything your little heart's desire you could put in the top. That's a cool thing about Sims 4. You could download this from the gallery and you can make any changes you want to it. And speaking of downloading it from the gallery, it is in the gallery already under Christmas Tree Penthouse. My ID is SockBunny66 on Origin, or in the gallery. And these windows are from the Spa Day pack. So the only thing I used for this, as far as I could tell, I'm pretty sure that all I used was the base game, Spa Day, City Living, and the Cool Kitchen pack. I tried to use as few things as possible so that the most people could download it. Of course, if you don't have City Living, you could download this lot to a regular neighborhood lot as long as your lot is 40 by 30 and you could just live in a tree-shaped house if you wanted to. Or if you want to get the house unfurnished and make it just a tree-shaped penthouse, you totally could do that. It doesn't have to be a Christmas tree if you don't want it to, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So those hallways in the middle that go down the middle, after a while I started thinking they were a little bit narrow, so you'll see later in the video that I do go and widen the hallway, make it a little bit wider. But this turned out to be one of my favorite speed builds that I've ever done. I think it turned out so great. I cannot wait for my sim to have enough money to move in here. I am doing an Ultimate Sim Challenge on YouTube, and you can check that up if you want. I am SockBunny Sims. Well, you know, because you're watching this, duh. Okay, anyway. But if you don't know that I'm doing the Ultimate Sim Challenge on this channel, I am doing that, and I want my sim eventually to move in here. The house, I believe, was about 215,000 simoleons, approximately. And there you can see I just sort of wanted the corners to not be sharp angles. I wanted them to be more, I guess, smooth cut angles. And the kitchen is pretty small, but I think there's plenty of room for cooking. You'll see I do go put cabinets against the other wall. I was going to put the bar or something in there, but it just didn't. It was too small. And I wanted to have this be a really heavily decorated holiday house, but there's just not enough holiday stuff in the game. They gave us free holiday stuff a couple of years ago, like Christmas trees, menorahs, different things like that. But it just wasn't enough. So the house is sort of decorated for the holidays. You could go and add stuff or take stuff out if you want to, however you want. If you don't want it to be a Christmas house, you totally could delete the Christmas trees and so forth. Or if you wanted to play with it in a different time of year, that's not the holidays. But right now we're in Advent, heading towards Christmas, so I figured this would be a really fun build to do. And in fact, speaking of Advent, that's why I did the bedroom in violet, because that is one of the colors of Advent. And funny thing, there are no curtains that fit these windows, these Spa Day windows. So I was sad about that, but oh well, you're living in a penthouse, I guess when curtains don't matter. You can always switch out the windows if that bothers you. And I really love all the new furniture and stuff that came with the new City Living expansion pack. I think it's great. And here you can see, if you just do a search for the word holiday, you can bring up those wreaths. If you've downloaded them anyway, you can bring up those wreaths. And I love, 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 love these trees that also came with the free holiday stuff pack that they gave us. And here you can see I am struggling with finding a light to put over And also I was struggling to remember that cheat to unlock things. The ignore gameplay unlocks entitlement or whatever it is. I always have to think about that one. And so, oh, and if you wait until the end of the video, at the top where I have all those different colored tiles, I do go put lights on those, which you might have seen in the thumbnail. So I just, when I was done building, I was like, oh, wait, that would be so cool. So I went and put lights up on there. So again, if you don't like that, you can take them off, you know, or even if you just wanted them to be, just have it be a lit up tree and not a Christmas tree, that's totally fine. And I love that hanging lamp with the new City Living expansion pack. They really, really did a good job with all the decorations of the furniture, and I love the clothes from this expansion pack. I just think they did a phenomenal job. I'm really, really, it to me is definitely worth the money. So far, the only expansion pack that okay, well, I'm going to take this back. Get to Work, to me, is super glitchy, so I don't play that very often. I like the scientist career, but the detective career for me was super glitchy. I haven't gone to try it recently to see if they fixed any of the glitches, but when I was doing my Let's Play, it was driving me crazy. So I don't do that one very often. So if I had to do it over again, would I buy that one? Probably just for the science stuff. I would, yes. And then let's see, what was the other? Oh, Get Together. Yeah, that one's okay. I don't really play with that one very much either. Clubs, I guess, are worth it. Although, didn't they give us clubs in the base game even without it? I don't know. But this expansion pack, I can wholeheartedly endorse, condone, whatever. I love it, love it. I love I love living in the apartments and the fact that you can have really bad apartments that break down all the time. It's really awesome. Oh, and that statue that I have in the living room, the little boy statue, I somehow discovered that you can have him holding something. So I actually put a candle in his little platter that he's holding out there. And I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know how. I think I was like moving a lamp and it somehow went across there. I was like, what? Oh, I could put something in there? So that's when I put the little candle that comes with the City Living pack. And that chandelier or lamp or whatever in the dining room, I do eventually get rid of it and put it in a different room because I just don't think it provides enough light for this room, so I end up putting it in a different room, but we'll see that coming up. And red carpet, of course. And that rug that's in the living room, I really, really love it. That came with City Living also. And I do love the Spa Day pack. I love all the furniture and stuff that came with that one, so I sort of needed to use that in this because I think that's the wall that I'm using in the living room. The wall covering, I believe, is from Spa Day, I'm pretty sure. And I do use it in quite a few of the rooms. And here you can see that I am making the hallway wider because I just felt like it was just too crowded. I think it looks so much better. This build took me 2.5 hours. And that was after I had already done like a sort of test run to see how I wanted it to go. And to see like what dimensions to do the tree. I wanted to do that off camera so it wouldn't take up like, you know, an hour of your time on camera. Oh, and I love that flooring that is in the kitchen. I think it just makes the kitchen look so warm. Oh, and I forget to put a sink in, but right at the end of the video, you'll see that I do remember to put a sink in the kitchen. Oh, yeah. Oh, but you know what I didn't put in? A garbage can. Oopsie. Well, it's already up on the gallery. So you'll just have to remember, I apologize, you'll just have to remember to go and put a garbage can in the kitchen. I watch James from the Sim Supply, and he almost always forgets to put, as he says, a bin in the kitchen, so I figure, you know, if he can do it, I can do it. And I really, you'll see next, I struggled with where to put the workout room. I wanted to put it in this room, but it just was not, everything wasn't fitting the way I wanted. That's one of the reasons I wanted to put Spa Day in is so the Sims could do yoga, because I love the yoga. I like that they can meditate and then eventually teleport themselves once they get to a certain level. And so I was going to move it over to that room, but then I wasn't loving it there, so I ended up moving it to the other room, which was going to be the office. So then I moved the office, which you'll see coming up. So there we go. We have a nice workout room with some music, some incense. You can meditate and do some yoga. And I like, when I'm playing The Sims, I like my house to be pretty sparse. I figure I have enough clutter in my real life. I don't need my houses in The Sims to be cluttered. I'm more of a minimalist. When I do speed builds, I actually put way more decorations in them than I actually would play with normally in a personal game. But I know for speed builds, people like, you know, for things to be like really decorated. You could go in and put a lot more decorations in if you want to. At the end of the video, you'll see I go through and I put a bunch of like paintings and plants and stuff like that around just to make it look more homey. But I know there are some people that do builds that put way more stuff in it. Another thing I do different than a lot of speed builds that I watch is I don't use move objects on. I know some people do because it gives them more creativity and you can use your imagination and combine things or whatever, but I am sort of I guess a purist. I don't really download, unless I have to, I don't download mods. Mods are to fix problems with the games. I'm not currently using a mod on my desktop, although I'm testing one on my laptop. And I don't really do custom content because there's enough content in the game to where I figure I don't need to, I'm confused enough by how much stuff's in the game. I don't need to add more stuff to remember what I have and what I don't have. And also I know, you know, custom content can sometimes cause issues with the game. So I know at least with Sims 3 and Sims 2 that was an issue. So, oop, there's a bunny. I always try to put at least one bunny in a build, and there's going to be 2 bunnies in this build. So anyway, I don't do move objects on. I think in my early days of doing Sims 4, I tried it a couple of times, and there were some issues or whatever. So I decided that I'm just not going to do move objects on in my speed builds. But you can, you know, if you want to move stuff around once you download this, you could totally, you know, be creative. And if you decide to download this and remodel it, I would love it if you would send me screenshots or do a video or whatever and tell me about it. I would love that. Or if you decide to play with this house in your game and put it in your town, even if it's on a regular lot and not a penthouse lot, I would really, really love it if you would show it to me. You can message me on, probably the best way would be to send me a tweet. I'm SockBunny at twitter.com. Or, let's see, how else? Or you could leave me a message on this video in the comments down below. That would be great. I would love that. Frankly, for anything that I ever do, if you ever decide to use it, I would love to see pictures or whatever, because, you know, it's just fun to see how different people use different things with their Sims and their families. And let's see here. Oh, this is the painting room. And I like for my Sims to paint from reference. So I tried to put a bunch of stuff in this room. There, as you can see, there's a bunny. I like to put a bunch of stuff in the room for the Sim to paint so they could just turn around and paint either paintings that are on the wall or different plants, different things like that. And you'll see in a second I changed that blue carpet because I was like, I don't like that. Oh yeah, and I put the tragic clown picture in there in case you want to paint a picture of the tragic clown or some of the tragic clown, whichever. And I really like that peacock picture that I just put in there. And that picture that was in the painting room of the old world map, I really love that. So outside, let's see, what was I doing? Oh yes, I decided to put, I put down some green concrete. And then I decided to put down some brown concrete to make it look like there are planters. And like I was saying earlier, I could have put move objects on and put the actual planter boxes down, but like I said, I don't like to do that. So here I'm doing fake planter boxes, which is totally fine. And I think they turned out pretty good. I do eventually put some benches outside also, in case your Sim wants to go out and enjoy the view. And I don't like the fence that I have there, so I do end up changing it to a more modern glass-looking fence. Just think it looks better. And here is where I really start adding a lot of tchotchkes or clutter or whatever you want to call it. I decided to not leave those candles there. I have them elsewhere in the house, and I decided to move and put plants there instead. And I think this house turned out really elegant looking and lovely, and I definitely would love to live here myself. Of course, I would love to live in a penthouse, duh, but you know, I just think this turned out to be a great build. I think it's one of the best ones that I've done, in my humble opinion. You might disagree. And then here I put it in nighttime mode so I could make sure the lighting is good in all the various rooms. And then I got sidetracked and decided to put some more clutter in. Yeah, I keep doing that, but I kept getting sidetracked. This would have taken half the time if I hadn't kept getting distracted. Like if I could just focus on one room at a time, but I tend to think in rooms and then objects. So like do all the lighting and then do all the plants. You know, that's how I like to do it. Anyway. So let's see what else is going on here. Probably could have done some paintings in the hallway, the long hallway, but didn't think of that till just now. Oh, another thing that I wish I would have thought of, but I didn't think of it, is if you wanted to, up on the top floor, you could put a railing and then do a cutout to where they could look down onto the second floor, like living area, and I think that would be really, really cool. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, this is where I start going in and putting the plants in, because I'm like, this house needs more plants. Oh, and this is where I remembered I didn't put a sink in. Always going to forget something. We're getting near the end of the video. And then I do have some screenshots at the end. And also, in a minute, you're going to see I do go up on the roof and put the Christmas lights up, which if I may brag, I think was a stroke of genius. I have really struggled with putting something here, and I ended up upsizing this plant because I just really wanted something to go in there. I think I could have added more paintings to the bedroom walls. Looking at it, I think that would have been a good thing. But I really, really, like I said, I'm super happy with this. I'll be using this in a personal game and in my Ultimate Sim Challenge for sure. And I went back outside and upsized that wreath. And here you go. You can see that I did put lights on all the different things. If I missed one, don't tell me. I don't want to know. No, I don't think I missed any. I hope I didn't anyway. But like I said, even if you just wanted to have non-colored squares, that would be okay. All right, so here we go. This is the entryway or foyer. And here's the living room, and I had my sim test out the house to make sure that she could go into all the rooms, so I didn't forget any doors. Here's the workout room, which I love. I love that wall that covering that was from Spa Day. Yeah, I think I could have put some paintings in the bedroom. That would have been a good idea. But you can always go add them if you want to. A couple of shots of the bedroom. Love that bed because it looks like it's knit. The comforter looks like it's knit. And there's one of the many bathrooms. There are 3.5 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms. If you have more Sims living in the house, you could, of course, like I said, expand upstairs and add some more bedrooms upstairs. Or, you know, take out the painting room and make it into a bedroom if you want to. There's the half bathroom, which I love. It's so serene in there. I just wanted to have another bathroom at the back of the house that was like a public bath. And then you can see we're going to have the teenage girl or tween age girl room, which I think turned out really cute. I love all the pink. And you could recolor it if it's a boy, or if you just want a boy who lived in a pink room. That's okay. And that pink bathroom goes directly to the kids' room. The other bathroom goes to the hallway. And I just wanted to have a lot of bathrooms. I know my Sims need a lot of bathrooms. And I love how the office/music room turned out. And there's the kitchen, nice and cozy, yet holiday-like. And then we have the dining room, and I love that statue holding the candle. That was pure luck right there. There's a floor plan so you can see how it all looks. And then last but not least, we have how it looks at night, the floor plan. And then Here's the final product. I think it turned out great. You can download this from the gallery. My ID is SockBunny66, or just look for Christmas tree penthouse. I also did a few hashtags like holiday, winter, stuff like that. Please check out my Let's Plays. I have an Ultimate Sim Challenge and a 10 Generation Challenge going on right now. And if you like this video, please like it. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Thank you. Bye.